Today's program theme for Women's History Month is Our History is Our Strength. During the program, you will be introduced to several strong and influential women from the past and the present that have made their marks on our world. Each woman is being portrayed by our very own LCCC students.
The list grows apace as they come at the call. Did these women quail at the sight of a gun? Will some soldier tell us of one that he saw run? Will he glance at the boats on the western flood? At Pittsburgh, in Shiloh.
As girls went in those days, I suppose my own education was fairly typical. And I confess, with shame, that at the age of 20, when asked by an Englishwoman how our government functioned, I was completely floored, as if she had asked me to describe the political events on the moon. I had heard men in the family mention political happenings, but it was not a subject of general or frequent conversation in the presence of women. Women did not vote and were not expected to be interested. There was something dark and sinister about politics.
And in September, we did a leadership retreat, and we all got to pick a different month. And March just kind of stuck out to me, and it was Women's History Month. This is really cool. You know, I've never really heard of this before, and said, why not? I'll run with it. And I was thinking, you know, it'd be really nice if it could be different things that women themselves have written, not just about them. Getting to hear from them in their own words, and just having students portray them, I think was a really neat idea.
I'm really glad that we had a women's event here in the College Center. I think it raises awareness for the campus community as a whole. And it just, speaking to a group of people, men and women alike, you know, just to educate them, I think was a wonderful thing to have here.
It's utterly impossible for me to build my life on a foundation of chaos, suffering, and death. I see the world being slowly transformed into a wilderness. I hear the approaching thunder that one day will destroy us too. I feel the suffering of millions, and yet I look up at the sky, and somehow I feel that everything will change for the better. That this cruelty too shall end. That peace and tranquility will return once more.
Nor am I anything more than a humble woman, a sparrow in an immense flock of sparrows. But Perón was and is a gigantic condor that flies high and sure among the summits and near to God. If it had not been for him who came down to my level and taught me to fly in another fashion, I would never have known what a condor is like, nor ever have been able to contemplate the marvelous.
Well, as I took on the persona of Eva Perón and read her words, what went through my mind was a woman who clearly loved her husband and did a lot for him and the country that she represented. And it was just evident how he turned her into something great as opposed to what she could have been just as a regular person. And her love for him just reflects all throughout her speech.
What would the world be without women? I don't want to think about it. I don't even want to imagine it. Women bring such creativity, such passion, such an example of strength to our society that it will be crazy without women. They're organized, they're compassionate, they're filled with so many things that men kind of lack sometimes. And they kind of like complement the household, they complement the work environment, they complement the society that we live in. So what would the world be without women? Again.
It's very important to me as a woman to make sure that I am educating and encouraging the women to come with their worth. We have gotten so far away from that. We've come a long way, but we still have a long way to go. It's only my job, along with other women, to make sure that upcoming females have correct role models, positive role models.
When you see me passing, it ought to make you proud. I say, it's the click of my heels, the bend of my hair, the palm of my hand, the need of my care. 'Cause I'm a woman, phenomenally. Phenomenal woman, that's me. And it's you too. Young ladies, women, I urge you today, at this time, embrace who you are. Embrace your strength, but more importantly, know your worth. And you too can be a phenomenal woman like me.